Dr. Fauci, for the last time, did you or did you not kill hundreds of dogs?
For the last time, it was for the science!
Donald Trump won the election.
No.
Obama born Kenya.
No.
Pizzagate.
No.
And Joe Biden wants that problem, right? I mean, he wants more control. The solution for Joe Biden to a lack of ability is more control.
Last thing you need to Neanderthal thinking.
I started the Neanderthal caucus.
Did you get to the back and I didn't.
Nancy Pelosi is the
Meanwhile,
I have the freedom to kill you with my
Explain to me why the key sticks to you.
You do not know
So yesterday,
what you are talking about.
Joe Biden is now seeing the American public they're not interested in
Perhaps you remember your first
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'd like to tell you all a story of a man named Mr. Scott Berry. Scott Berry was a goofy man, most well known for his willingness to listen to others, always striving to figure out what made the other tick. He wouldn't always agree, but he'd at least give you a chance. Throughout his whole life of generosity, he would never look down upon you. Instead, encouraging you, showing you where you could be wrong based on facts. But he would never say that your viewpoint was irrational. This, well, you should know this guy by now. That's me. I'm also a goofy guy, well known for my willingness to listen. I too encourage others to say their viewpoint. And of course I also wouldn't always agree, but I would always listen. Mr. Scott was a generous man his whole life, always striving to do something, with his massive amounts of hobbies driving his wife crazy. Then, a certain event happened that kept him cooped up in his house for a little over a year. For all you Texas boys, you really don't know how great we had it until you go to a place like New Mexico and see how little it's progressed. And so, Mr. Scott would find a certain hatred for a man named Anthony Fauci. For those of you who don't already know, Dr. Fauci openly lied to the public via the 60 Seconds. In it, he stated that masks were only effective when somebody who was currently infected had it on, so that he wouldn't spread it to somebody else. He stated that it would not keep you from getting the virus yourself. Later on, when it was exposed that he lied, he admitted that he did it for the better good of hospitals, so that they would have masks rather than the common public.
There's a lot of confusion among people and misinformation surrounding face masks. Can you discuss that?
The masks are important for someone who's infected to prevent them from infecting someone else. Now, when you see people and look at the films in China and South Korea, whatever, everybody's wearing a mask. Right now in the United States, people should not be walking around with masks.
You're sure of it because people are listening really
No.
closely to this.
Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is.
For the better good or not, this man lied to all of us. And so what's to assume that he won't lie again if he believes it's for the better good? With this knowledge, Joseph and Scott would both hate Dr. Fauci and would have different ways of interpreting his words. Joseph would automatically close his ears every time Dr. Fauci opened his mouth, not hearing a single word the man said, as anything could be a lie. Scott, however, would listen, and when he listened, he did the opposite of whatever that man said. But of course, the trouble with a liar is not everything they say is a lie. It's just that anything could be a lie. He refused to take the COVID-19 vaccine, despite my grandmother encouraging him to do so. And so, eventually COVID would hit them. My grandmother was down for the count for 2 days. It seemed like the vaccine had done nothing for her. Slowly she would gain her strength back and was able to walk, and recently was able to smell and taste once more. My grandfather was down for the count for about a week before he was finally taken to the hospital, where he was put under intensive treatment. All seemed to be going well after that. He was having a terrible time, yes, but he learned a valuable lesson. And then he slipped into a coma, just out of the blue. A slumber that he would never awaken from, as his kidneys and lungs would fail, sealing his demise. The man that would listen to you, and although wouldn't agree, would always give you a chance, refused to give this man a chance, and it costed him his life.